Hello again, this is Dr. Mahmoud Al-Odeh, and in this video I will be talking about the incremental analysis and how we could conduct the incremental analysis for more than one alternative. So I'm going to select one of the examples, which is example 3. All right, example 3. Here's example 3. All right, example 3, a local manufacturing company is considering buying a packaging machine. They found the following 3 alternatives. If the MARR is 10%, find the best alternative using the ROR analysis. So here's one important thing. If the question did not specify what technique of analysis you want to use, you could do whatever you want. But as long as the question is asking you to do an ROR analysis, you have to stick with that technique. So what you want to do, you want to apply the incremental analysis. So first of all, what you need to do is build the cash flow for these alternatives based on the least common multiplier. So the least common multiplier between 2, 3, and 6. Okay, just one more time, 2. Okay, so we have the information as initial cost, benefit per year, cost per year, salvage value, life, and then we find all this information here. Now, as you see, 2, 3, and 6, in the least common multiplier between these is 6. So what we do here is build the cash flow for each one of these machines one by one for 6 years. So looking into these information here, looking at these information, we need to rank the information. We need to rank the information. We need to rank these machines based on the lower cost to the higher cost. As you see, machine 3 is first, 2, then 1. And again, this is based on the incremental analysis guideline here. What we need to do is select the 2 that have the least initial cost. And in example 3 here, you will see the least initial cost between machine 3 and machine 2, 18 and 27. So we will go and build the cash flow for machine 3 and machine 2. Okay, we rank the machines 3, 2, and 1. These are the ranks. This is machine 3 has the least expensive one, machine 2 is the next, and machine 1 is the most expensive one. So in looking into the information, which I think I can bring this to the Excel. So I like to put the information in front of me when I'm using Excel. All right, so okay, so I'll make it smaller for a little bit. Okay, so machine 3, as you see, will last for 2 years. So when we build the cash flow for machine 3, we have to consider buying this machine 3 times, 1 on year 0, 1 on year 2, and 1 on year 4. So we purchased the first machine on year 0, $18,000, and we have the benefit per year would be 6,500 minus the cost per year is 30,000. The net cash flow is 3,500, and then for year 2, we have to stop and think, say, okay, this is the new cycle for this machine. We have to buy a new one. We have to collect the salvage from the old one, and we have to collect the benefit, and we have to pay the annual cost. So we collected the benefit 6,500. We paid the annual cost 3,000. We purchased the new machine for 18,000, and we collected the salvage value of $7,000. On year 3, only 2 transactions, the benefit minus the cost. And year 4, we have to stop and think. It's a new cycle for the machine. We have to buy a new one, collect the salvage, collect the benefit, pay the annual cost. 6,500 minus 3,000 plus 7,000 minus the 18,000. Year 5, there's only 2 transactions, the benefit and the cost. And year 6 would be only no need to buy a new one. That's the end life for the analysis. So we collect the benefit, we pay the cost, and we collect salvage value of $7,000. All right. Now for machine 3, for machine 2, it will last for 3 years. So we're going to buy this machine 2 times. All right. So what we do, we buy it for 27,000, and then 4,500, 8,000 minus 3,500, and then the same thing, 8,000 minus 3,500, and then we do the same thing. We have to stop and think what we need to do. This is the end life of the machine. We have to buy a new one. We have to collect the salvage value. We have to collect the benefit. We have to pay the annual worth. So this is where you see the 8,000 minus 3,500 plus the 12,000 minus the 27,000. On year 4 and 5 would be just 2 transactions, the benefit and the cost. And on year 6, that's the last year for the analysis. We don't have to buy a new machine. We're just having 3 transactions, the benefit, the cost, and the salvage value. And now what we need to do, we have to subtract the higher cost from the lower cost. And the higher cost in this scenario is machine 2. So we have to create another column for this incremental analysis. So we say machine 2 minus machine 3, and we subtract all these cash flows from each other. And now once you build the cash flow for this incremental analysis, you use the IRR. And then once you use the IRR, you compare it with the market for the minimum acceptable rate of return of 10%. As you see, this is higher than 10%. So what we do, we select the machine that has the higher cost. We select the machine that has higher cost. Therefore, we eliminate machine 3. Machine 3 is gone, and now we're going to select machine 2 as the survivor. And now we're going to move on to the next level, which is machine 2 and machine 1. Okay, for here, we go for build the same cash flow, which we build it here. And same thing, cash flow for machine 1. Machine 1 will last for 6 years, so that would be maybe easier for some people because you don't have to consider buying the machine. Only you have to record the initial cost on year 0, and then the benefit minus the cost, annual benefit minus the annual cost for year 1 to year 5. On year 6, we collect the salvage value on that year. And now we subtract the higher cost machine from the lower cost machine. Again, they just follow the guideline that I provided you for the incremental analysis. And we found this, we created this column to find the incremental analysis for both. And we find the IRR to be 11.94%. And this is higher than 10%. And therefore, what we do, we say we should select the machine that has the higher cost, and machine 1 is the one would be selected. Machine 2 is eliminated based on the analysis. So the final conclusion is select machine 1 to be the survivor. Again, there are other ways for doing it, and I saw some notes that I was trying to play here. So what I did here, I found the IRR for each one of these machines individually. After building the cash flow, I found the IRRs. Again, this is not official one, but this could be a way to give you the right decision. So the IRR for the first one after I build the cash flow give us negative 13%. The IRR for the second machine would be selecting these IRR, the cash flow for machine 2, and we say negative 2.28%, and the IRR for machine 3 would be 3.94, and this would be in in agreement with our conclusion, which is selecting machine 3. All right, so I hope this is helpful. Please review it one more time and let me know if you have any question. It is a challenging topic for this week, but it's helpful to have a more accurate uh, financial analysis. There will be one more video about the MIR, the modified internal rate of return. I will be making the last video for this chapter. Just watch out for another video. Thank you.